This is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 5 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running. For those folks who wish to check in early, you can find NetLogger at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running. So if you wish to join us on Google Meet, you can find the link at stnydmr.net. So we'll see you folks in just about 5 minutes here. This is W2FJH.
Did anybody copy WX2 USA?
W2KDC here, I copy.
This is W2FJH bringing up the STNY Digital Voice Net on Brandmeister Talk Group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet and YouTube. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital Voice Net is to help foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have four stations checked in through NetLogger, so net like recognize N2 NRA Cliff, N2 QFD Mail, K3 BYC Carlton, and WX2 USA Bill, who has checked in and out this evening. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now.
W2 KDC. I'm going to be in and out tonight.
All right, and we also have W2 at KDC Dennis checking in and out tonight. Thanks for dropping by there, Bill, and thanks for dropping by, Dennis. All right, let's open it up for any station that would like to check into the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening. Please call now.
November 3 Delta, Quebec Delta, Ray, Beaver, Pennsylvania.
Kilo Delta 3 Alpha Juliet November KD3 AJN Anna Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
This is November Echo 2 Whiskey and E2W Ed in Binghamton, New York.
All right, and we have N3 DQD Ray, KD3 AJN Anna, and NE2W Ed. Were there any other stations that joined this evening? Please call now. All right, now that heard this, we will kick things off. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no announcements, so let's move into questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no questions either, so we will move on into comments. And the net topic this evening is were you a scout? Any flavor, boy, cub, girl, brownie, sea, air, scouts, explorers, etc. And what's something you feel you've carried away from your experience into adulthood? And just by the way, this net topic was suggested by Mal N2QFD. So thanks, Mal, for the net topic this evening. All right, moving on to the top of my list is N2NRA Cliff. How was your week?
This is N2NRA, Cliff from Waverly, New York. A cold week. Checked out FSK. Yeah, last night propagation test with Mel, and watched the Aurora Borealis on Friday night. That was nice. But as far as scouting, no, I've never been into scouting. This is N2NRA. Back to net control.
Hey, thanks, Mary Cliff. And yeah, sounds like you had a lot of fun with FSK. And yeah, it's a little colder week than it was the previous week, wasn't it? I mean, it's we had a little glimpse of spring there, and it was nice. So, all right, next on the list is N2QFD Mail. How was your week?
Good evening, Frank, and hello to the rest of the net. It was a pretty good week past. The warm spots were nice, and I was, as far as the net topic, this was borrowed from one of our 2 meter nets here in the Elmira area. It seemed pretty good, so I thought I'd pass it along. I was not a particularly good Boy Scout, but our troop did do high angle rope work and rappelling, and I ended up using that quite a lot later in life doing roofing work, oddly enough. The FSQ is the mode. FSQ had a propagation study on 30 meters that will be concluding in about 50 minutes from now. They put out a nice statement thanking everybody. It turns out there was a lot of participation, and checking the PSK mapping, it looks like stations as far away as Australia were receiving signals from the U.S. and some folks in the United Kingdom as well. So that was kind of the fun radio activity this week. And otherwise, looks like a pretty stock week ahead. So we'll turn it back to net control. Here is N2QFD.
Hey, thanks, Mal. Thanks for the correction there. Yeah, I had written down FSK, but I need to change that to FSQ. All right, and yeah, Australia to the U.S. That's quite a distance there. So, all right, next on my list is K3BYC Carlton. How was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carlton from Darlington, Maryland. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Frank, for taking the net. Well, I guess for most everybody here, the warming weather, and now that we're officially into spring, that's always an uplifting feeling, and more daylight, of course. I love that. As far as the net topic, I was a Cub Scout for 2 or 3 years, I guess, back in the late 50s, I guess, maybe around 1960. I liked certain projects, building cars and things, and we did tour different plants. Probably the most memorable tour we took was of the Conowingo hydroelectric plant there in Darlington, Maryland. It's on the border on the Susquehanna River between Harford and Cecil counties. I live on the Harford County side, still do. And so, I did not stay and advance up into Boy Scouts and beyond, but I enjoyed it. I have 7 grandchildren. I've got probably had at least 3 of the boys, or were also Cub Scouts, and a couple of girls are Girl Scouts. So somehow, as a grandparent, I've gotten involved in a lot of their activities too. So it's just a nice thing, social thing for me. That's all I have for now. Everybody have a great week coming up. This is K3BYC. Back to net control.
Hey, thanks, Carlton. They're very good there. Yeah, it sounds like you had a good time with building cars and everything there, and Wow, 7 grandkids there, so it's good. They're also in the Cub Scouts and everything. And yeah, warmer weather. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot that actually we did officially hit spring. And I haven't checked the weather, but hopefully, yeah, things are. At least we're not in 12 degrees anymore. So there's at least that. We're at least warmer than the 12 degrees we've been having the past few months. So I guess I am thankful for that. But yeah, some of those are nice, high 60, low 70-degree days are just too nice. So all right, we did have WX2 USA. He checked in and out, and we did have W2 KDC Dennis. He also checked in and out. So next on my list is N3 DQD Ray. How was your week?
2FJH and the net from M3DQD. Well, we had a pretty good week here. We were out a couple days and had some social type activities. And yes, I was in scouting for a number of years. And we had an annual camporee with about 6 other scout troops at the time, where we had competitions in fire building and tent pitching and knot tying, and one of them was Morse code, and I actually learned the code at age 11, and I probably would have been licensed at that time if I'd had somebody to help me with the theory a little bit and provide encouragement, but I didn't have that. But the code stuck with me, and I later was brushed it up on it a bit and took my amateur license then back in the 70s. This is M3DQD.
Hey, very good there, Ray. And glad you got out this week to do a few things. Yeah, it was I shouldn't complain. It was nicer weather, but just the previous week, the 70-degree days got me. So it's good you got out, got some social activities in there, and yeah, glad Morse code stuck around with you there. All right, next on the list is KD3AJN. Anna, how was your week?
Hello, Frank and Annette from KD3AJN. My week was good. Nothing exceptional except the activities we had. As far as scouting, yes, I was in Girl Scouts, and one of the things that really stuck out with me was helping other people. And also, my daughter was in Scouts, and I went on camping trips with her. And then I also have grandchildren who were in Scouts and are in Scouts now. So everybody have a good week and take care. KD3AJN.
Hey, very good, and thanks there, Anna. And yeah, it sounds like just about everybody on the net here has had some scouting involved there. So personally myself, I haven't been in scouts. Kind of wish I would have, but people tell me I should have been a Boy Scout because now I usually make sure I'm prepared for things. Try to think of things ahead of time, and but yep. So just by the way, Ray and Anna there, I'm not because sometimes you kind of cut out, and I think you said that you have a timeout timer, but you could increase that timeout timer to about 3 minutes. It seems a little short sometimes when you cut out. I'm not sure if you have it set to like 30 seconds or a minute or something, but just to let you know, I at least I have the bridge goes up for 3 minutes before that times out. So just an FYI. So all right, next on my list is NE2W. Ed, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank and everybody on the Southern Tier Digital VoiceNet this evening. Good week overall. The weather, I guess, was nice. And as far as scouts go, I was in the Cub Scout when I was little for just 1 year. Don't remember too much, but most of my scouting was with an Explorer post. We heard there was IBM sponsored two Explorer posts in the area. One dealt with computers, the other one was amateur radio. So me and my best friend went over, and we were not quite 13, maybe we were 12 or 11. We knocked on the door. My best friend Mario, AA2VJ today, and they said one of the kids answered the door and said we were too young. So we were headed back down the stairs, and a moment later the door opened and this gentleman said, "Hey, get back here." And that was the start of it. They met once a week, had meetings, talked about every different thing out of the handbook, from electronics to DXing to antennas, grounding, public service, it goes on and on. That's how I got my start in ham radio. I want to say about 50 years ago already. But then I was always interested in electronics, and that led to my career. So that's my story. And I guess I'm still active today in the local club, and glad to see there's more people joining the ranks. Just this past month we had our class conclude, and we've got 25 new licensed hams in the area. Back to you, Frank. This is NE2W.
Hey, very good there, Ed. And yeah, I didn't know that. Actually, it was because of the Cub Scouts that got you into amateur radio. So that's a nice story there. And yeah, 25 new hams in the area. That's pretty nice. And keep me honest there, Ed. I've been mentioning for the past couple weeks that I'm going to update the new ham cheat sheet, and I have not gotten the time. So keep me honest about that. I'll try to send out the copy to you, maybe to Ford, and a few other folks, just for any feedback on, or maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll put it on the Discord channel. This way everybody should hopefully see it, and any suggestions I can get into version 2. But hopefully that I'll get that new version out so that there's not any outdated information in there, and any new information. I think we wrote it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Any new information we can also get in there. So, all right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. I have reached the end of my list, so let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to join this evening. Please call now.
W2 KDC calling in again. I was in and out, and now I've got time to answer the question. I finished what I was doing.
All right, and we have W2 KDC Dennis back, so we will head right over to you there, Dennis. How was your week?
I had a fine week, Frank. Spent a while yesterday practicing using the exam tools online testing software with our local Clara group. We're going to be doing online testing and electronic testing in person. We're getting started with that, and the reason I was initially in and out tonight was I was observing an online test through the PARC group. They have an extensive online testing system. So I was observing that. So that was my week. Those were the exciting things of the week. Let me take a quick time out. far as the question of the day, was never a Cub Scout, but I went through Boy Scouting and did complete my Eagle. I spent a couple years as an explorer at the General Electric Explorer Post. There, I guess that's Westover now. As some of you may or may not know, I grew up in Johnson City. So, did that. Then after college, I was an assistant scoutmaster for a while with a church in Binghamton. And then after I moved to the Dansville area, I was an explorer post leader at Noyes Hospital in Dansville for a couple of years while I worked there as the food service manager before I saw the light and got back into computers. So that's my scouting story. Back to you, Frank.
Hey, very good, and thanks, there, Dennis. Yeah, and I also want to mention you said the online testing tools, and I know me personally, I got my ham radio license in 2020, and I had to go through. We weren't having them in person here, so or at least I wasn't aware if they were in person or when they were. So I was kind of directed to take one online, and I do gotta say that was it was great that I could take it online. I scheduled a time, and then so thank you for continuing that because I know there's probably quite a few hams that either A might not know about a club, or if their club is around, it might be 30, 40 miles out of the way, or something to that effect. So it is great to have the online testing still going on. So thanks. All right, this is WGRJH with the STNY Digital Voice, and again, I have reached the end of my list, so let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so let's open it up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
This is N3DQD. I do not have a timer on my node. I did on key once, so that's possibly what you thought had happened, but I'm giving you a little bit of an extended key down now to see if that happens, so let me know if it does. This is N3DQD.
N3DQD. No, I heard you fine there, Ray. I thought before you happened to mention that you had like a 60-second timeout or something like that, and I was just letting you know because I maybe that was it. Maybe there was accidental dekeying, or it just happened to cut out for a second there, and I thought it was you keying back up again. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that if you do have a timeout timer, 180 seconds or 3 minutes is at least what I put in my radios. Usually by then I'm being a little too long-winded and I should probably stop talking. But 60 seconds is a little short sometimes to get out of thought there. So, all right. Any other additional stations or additional comments, questions, or concerns? Please call now. All right, hearing nothing then, we might as well wrap things up here. I'd like to thank Cliff, Mal, Carlton, Bill, Dennis, Ray, Anna, and Ed for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FJH, and I'll be listening.